Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain. I'm finally making Dark You happy. I'm moving on with the main plot. We've finally caught up, just about. Only took about 30 odd hours. Let's just have a look. Only took about 32 hours. Now, knock off about probably 5 hours, because I did leave the game running when I went to go get food and got bathroom breaks and take those little stand-up go-around breaks, which all good gaming should have. Remember to take breaks, folks. Don't end up with a knackered back like me. It will not help you in later life. Now, I will apologise. I'm probably going to be a little bit salty for a while. I have had lots of bad news. I'm not in the best of moods. I'm going to be working 9 days straight, so I need to get this done today. Because I'm not going to have time to play for God knows how long. Yeah, my work shifts have been moved around immensely, and all my days I asked off have been denied. So that's fun. Again, still the gaps on that bottom left. It feels like we should have more party members. We don't have Asterix or Obelix. We don't have Luigi. We don't have a Tails. It's really weird which character... No, we do have an Obelix. What am I talking about? He's right there. Where's the Asterix? Yep, this is just strange. This is just really strange on what characters are selected for some of these cutscenes. Either have everybody or have nobody. Just have, like, 3 or 4 people. Again, the way people get chosen for these and don't really have any place interacting. Actually, just take out everyone who's not actually involved in the conversations. That would probably be the easiest way to do it. Also, I got Morning Star mixed up with Morning Glory when I was talking to Dark Q earlier. Yeah. They are, because I think they've been called dicks and pricks so often that my brain just changed them to Morning Glory, which is slang for, well, an erection in the morning. And of course, Morning Star is going to be a reference to Lucifer, so if it turns out they're working for a devil from one of the games, there's many forms of Lucifer across many video games. That's going to be far too friggin' obvious. I mean, I can't remember what happens if you don't have him in the party when you do this, but this is awesome. I like the fact they kept that completely in character. I mean, I'm sure we did it without Obelix in the party last time. Inconvenience is spelt wrong, but I'm guessing that's because he's slurring. I really want more excuse to use Dirk. Because again, this is another problem I've pointed out before. When you get more and more characters, you get less and less screen time for your characters. So they get less and less development. So it's kind of be cool, like, oh yeah, he popped up, it's really cool. Has no other lines through the whole thing. And some of these people were adventuring solo beforehand, and none of it's really brought up. There's no real character development. But that's because, I guess, we don't have the friendship things with them either. Oh, wait, what? Interesting. 3 level boosts. I've not used any of them so far. So the guards are horribly racist. I can sort of, kind of mildly understand towards Koopas. if Bowser is a major villain. But Mughals? Why would you hate the Mughals? I can't think of any version of them that is particularly annoying. What happens if I have business at the dock? Well, at least the locals already hate them. Which is weird, because they're supposed to be a big, famous guild. Again, at the start, they're like, oh, we're a big, famous guild, and our word goes, because we are... It's like, we're a massive company that's well-known and everything. If anyone... if you say anything against us, you'll be crucified in the court of public opinion. But it doesn't ever show that in this. I mean, apart from the last town where people were like, oh yes, Mario's going to go around and steal your bits and he looks like this, which is completely dumb, by the way. I never liked that side plot. It should be better with the smaller characters. Mario, Mario, Luigi and Sonic are such massive heroes. I think that's the problem with having them in the starting group. Because they are big time. Oops, sorry. Go away! Stop trying to ask me to swap shifts with you. I already have 9 days of work. I'm not making it 10 in a row. Sorry, folks. There we go. Yes, because we have Mario, Sonic, and the big names right at the start, it feels weird that these so-called old heroes, well-known heroes, are being slandered. Because none of it would stick, surely. Even in the boonies, people who know who they are. Yeah. Maybe I should have let her pretend to be the brother. Anyway, getting sidetracked. I remember that partly. I can't remember which option I chose last time. Yeah, now, this whole section is supposed to be like guard corruption. The captain of the guards brought in his own bully boys, which are like flouting all the laws and being violent towards people, claiming them they're undesirables. And that's sounding very much like real life in some areas of the world right now. Go. Let's all get that. Hungry for fish. All the big eaters. Okay, we are saved up. I'm sure it will ask me if anything big's going to happen. Because we do end up having some fights later on. But I'm just making sure because, again, it's a hot day. I'm in a hot room. I do not trust my PC not to melt down on me. Okay, so we're not finding anything particularly different. Oh, you're flashing red. What is that? Plot important point, maybe? Are we going to have another guard civil war here as we take out the racists? I mean, racism is a weird... Well, I don't know, racism word. Speciesism, I'd understand. Kind of. Because there's always going to be those groups. Classism, I understand. In this setting as well. But again, I think... As again, going back to my other point before I got terribly distracted. I feel like certain areas of the world haven't been properly themed yet enough. And even the world map lets us go to like the neighbouring continent. Just stroll over. There's no fanfare about that. It's just like, you go to this area, you're there. And that feels weird because moving into the areas... You know... Moving into those other areas, it seems like they should be big plot points. Excuse me? In a world of magic casters, you are witch burning. WTF? Okay. Is that the same thing again? No. What's with the bra rules? I mean, I'm sure that's like a joke, like he's going to use the excuse to molest someone or something, but also establish within the boundaries is spelt wrong. I mean, thinking about it, a lot of anime characters don't even bother with the underwear. Yeah, this is sounding like you'd already have a rebellion in this town. You'd already have, you know, the civvies rising up. This is a world where you don't just have the guards. Everyone, if they're traveling, gonna get attacked by various monsters. Everyone would have some formal training of fighting and in some capacity. Or you've got an absolute mob of adventurers. There's like it's just about as many adventurers than guards. Just back over. Dastardly, yes. Yeah. And again, apologies for today. I've been sort of thrown off by everything going at me. I can't really keep a good train of thought, but yeah. If I had to redesign Rakenzarn Tales, which I will not say we should do, but I would have probably changed it so the characters you meet at the start are all like C and D listers. You don't have Mario, you don't have Sonic and all that lot. But you might get some of the little smaller characters from that series, building them up. And then when you meet the Mario Brothers, you meet Sonic and all that, it's a big, massive thing at the end. Who says Paul for short? Okay, wasn't expecting that. Okay, the bridge guards would have told us who's your superior, we know. I like how he says you're all under arrest with no actual accusation of what crime. Also, again, this whole scenario is so dumb. There is 6 of them. There is 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18 of us. And even then, we're fighting 6, and there's only 4 here. You should have us fight all 6. Okay, so weak to earth, weak to water, also weak to earth. Really weak to dark. Dark. Yeah, oh, these guys are screwed. If I had my normal party out, which I don't. Alright, first things first. Assist. Actually, I don't think any of them are going to be hurt me. They're like level 15. So, I'm going to leave it here. I will catch up with you very soon. Yep, down in 1 turn. No loot. Daft just gets angrier. Oh please, being a pen pusher is not an insult. This isn't even a fight. Again, this is like cutscene incompetence. I've already beat them in the combat. So there's no need to really have this whole feel of... I don't know. It feels weird. It should be this. You already start a fight there. Then it jumps into the combat with the 4 people. Or something like that. It just... I can't decide how this scene should really go. But because we just absolutely trash the guards in a round, you don't get any sense of this is a tough battle. In fact, we outnumber them so much and have so much superiority over them. Unless he calls like another 20 dudes straight away, this should, you know, we should have just steamrolled them. Is why I think I was remember being really annoyed by this whole scene and... You know, this cutscene incompetence. Just oh, shut up, dude. Yep, there we go. You're level 15. You are not a threat. We are gonna walk you all over this in a second. I know that it's gonna just go, oh no, more guards have arrived and we have to flee because God forbid. And I already know that cutscene's coming up. It's pissing me off. I didn't even bother checking if these guys are still weak to earth. This music... sounds slightly familiar. Feels a bit like some of the ones I've heard in 1 or 2 of the mech games. Like, oh, the Gundam Dynasty Warriors. Oh, come on. Oh, he's literally invincible due to a thing. I mean, the problem is, we can't see if we're trying to punch him and our hands are being repelled. Because if it was one of those we just can't hit him, could we still physically pick him up? man. I like DMG. This is a thing I've been asked. DMG and Donald, he might get nuked by things, but I want to bring in Knuckles and Overlugs. Just because he can't feel the pain doesn't mean physics don't apply. We are next to a very big river, right? If we can't beat him to death, why don't we just tie him up and throw him in the river? Concrete shoe style. I'm pretty certain he still needs to breathe. Alternatively, gravity is a great equalizer if we throw him up high enough.